Lucy Edwards, Director of Client Success at VHT Studios. And today we're at Ed Properties, and I have a great pleasure to be with my guest, Carrie McCormick, the broker and the leading agent at Ed Properties. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
It's so wonderful to sit down and talk to you about real estate and your career and your wonderful brand. And that's how I actually found you on social media. You are amazing. And I'm sure that it didn't come overnight. You probably had some kind of plan. But I would like to start with brand and reputation. You have amazing reputation. Let's start there.
So brand is very interesting because a lot of people will mix up brand with marketing. And I think that they're two very different things. Like when you think of a brand, it's not a logo or it's not a product. It really is your reputation. And it's how you make people feel. And it's the reputation of what you put out there. So, for years, and one thing I have to say is I had to learn patience because it didn't happen overnight, right? So patience is very important. So, thinking through who I am and what's authentic to me, the brand was very organic, right? It was and I say to people, I'm my own brand ambassador, right? It's all authentic. So once I had the brand of who I am and what I'm providing to people, I then coupled that with a marketing strategy.
Well, and that makes sense because you cannot be everything for everybody. So
Correct.
you have to decide what your path is and what you are all about. Then it comes naturally.
Right.
And you don't have to fake and pretend because you are what you are and that is your brand.
Right.
And then I totally agree with you about marketing and your marketing strategy. If we can just jump a little bit towards marketing, you are so consistent. Everything you do is, and we definitely appreciate the business. So thank you, Carrie. But everything you do is really consistent, regardless of the price of the house. So you treat everybody, all your sellers, in a way equal because they have professional marketing strategy for their property.
Absolutely. And it just also talks about, luxury, because some people will say, oh, you're a luxury broker. You don't work with $400,000 properties. And I say that's not true. Luxury is different for all types of people, whether, again, it's a $200,000, $400,000, $600,000 home or it's a $5 million home. Mm-hmm. And you're right. I do treat them all equal because it was really a reflection of me and my brand and what, I'm about.
Exactly. And also when you go to your listing presentations and you are meeting with people who had never really met you before, but probably read about you or maybe saw some advertisement, and then you can show them the consistency. And I'm sure that if someone who is selling $500,000 home have the same treatment as a $5 million, they feel very privileged.
Absolutely, they do. And I came up with an ad campaign, again, talking about marketing and branding is, it's called 100% Carrie.
Oh, nice.
And I figure nobody can duplicate that, right? Because it's me. So, and I came up with 100% Carrie just because that's what I do give each and every one of my clients is 100%. I live and breathe real estate. I live and breathe my clients. I truly love what I do. And all my clients know you're going to get 100%.
I love that. That's a great tagline.
Yeah.
What about social media? I follow you on LinkedIn. You have absolutely fabulous posts. I really like them. Very professional, very clean, very consistent. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that. Are you working with someone on your direction in social media, or you are creating everything from scratch yourself?
Believe it or not, I create everything myself.
My compliments to you.
I do it all myself. I did try to outsource it at some point because as, my business has grown, time is always, a factor. But I've tried to work with a few other people. And again, going back to brand and being authentic, it comes from here and it comes from here. And that's what I put out. I love doing the social media. And again, it's very authentic and it's easy for me to do.
And I also enjoy your videos. I appreciate the fact that the videos are not just about you. It's also about what you can offer to your clients. Like, for example, I just watched one interview in a way, well, probably not even an interview, like a conversation, you and the mortgage representative,
Yep.
and how you have you were talking about the importance of the right mortgage company, of knowing the programs, and how important it is for you to deliver that additional service because you have a great partner to your clients.
So I thought of the idea is, the way I thought of that idea is it was a co-op that I'm selling. And a lot of people don't understand what a co-op is. And I thought through the use of video, it's a great way to educate consumers on what a co-op is. And the idea was to be set inside the co-op, in the unit that I'm selling. So I'm doing a little PR for the unit that's for sale. I'm doing a little PR for the gentleman, Mark, who is the co-op lender, and then helping consumers understand what a co-op is. And, I got a lot of compliments off of that. I didn't sell the unit off of that, but it's still, the video is still ongoing and people are using it to, educate each other. I just did another one that just launched. I'm selling a condo at 2550.
Oh, yes, I saw that one.
And it was the interior designer's Anthony Michael. He did a phenomenal job here. So I wanted also to showcase the condo, but also to show people a little bit, or tell people a little bit about interior designers and kind of, who they are and what they can do, and why they're so important to your space. So it was another fun way to showcase the condo and some of my fellow professionals.
And I strongly believe that everything you do today is investment in tomorrow.
Yes.
It's investment in your other listings, listing presentations. You educate yourself as well when you are meeting with the mortgage professional or with the designer, and you also understand, you ask questions, you are thinking. So for your next listing, if you walk in and you feel like something's missing, your mind is going to invite your colleague Anthony, right?
Absolutely. No, it's a win-win for everybody. And part of my job, of course, is selling homes, but it's also educating and giving back as well. So these are just different ways and vehicles that I can do that to the community.
And I'm actually very impressed that you are hiring professional stager and designer to create that beautiful look and to create additional attraction to your listing. You are investing this and this.
Absolutely, every day.
So how long have you been in real estate?
So I've been in real estate for 21 years.
Ooh.
It's hard to say that out loud, but I was the first decade of my career was in development. So I was on the development side of the real estate business here in Chicago, and I worked a little bit in Miami as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And when the crash came in 2008, I had to reinvent myself. It was probably 2009-ish. We all had to reinvent ourselves. And I do have an entrepreneurial spirit about me, and
you sure do.
I'm very rebel spirited for people who don't know. But I started with At Properties then, and just jumped into the brokerage world, and have been building my business ever since.
But you are still working with new development. I saw some videos on new development where you were talking about some condos, and I believe one was a townhome.
Yep. Yeah, so that's kind of going back to the roots of where I started. Love new development, I understand it, and I love working with Building Chicago too. So if you really think about new construction and new development and how it really impacts our city, it's really important to be part of that. It changes the city skyline, it changes everything about our city. So it's a really fun part of my job.
No, absolutely. So what would you like to wish to newcomers, new agents who are coming on board and they're confused, or they think that everything is so peachy creamy and all they have to do is wake up and make some money?
Yeah, I wish I had the magic answer to that, but I will say, it's a lot of hard work, what we do. One thing I had to learn, like I mentioned in the beginning, is the patience. You have to be patient and really, truly be authentic to yourself and what you offer your clients. Because I think once you realize kind of your why of why you're doing this, and stand behind that, I think it just becomes more clear and more successful.
Well, that's beautifully said. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you today and have that conversation. Really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All the best.
You too.